So today I want to just get you playing with a shoulder blade movement. This is tricky because not a lot of people are super aware of their shoulder blades, let alone trying to control their movement. So we're going to kind of cheat and we're actually going to move our body underneath our shoulder blades. So you're going to come to a wall. You're not leaning towards the wall. You're not leaning away from the wall. You want to be standing nice and straight, arms distance away from the wall, palms on the wall. Now, if you're thinking, Heather, my elbow doesn't bend like that. Yeah, it's not supposed to. I broke my arm when I was a kid. It healed crooked. Don't mind me. Having said that, that does bring me to an important point. If you tend to be a hypermobile individual and your elbows can kind of begin to bend backwards, hyperextend, be intentional about putting a little bit of flexion into your elbows. We don't want to lock out and hyperextend the elbows during this movement. So the idea here is that your head and torso and hips are, as a unit, going to begin to move towards the wall. In doing so, your shoulder blades are going to be moving closer towards each other and the spine behind you. And then you're gently going to push away and push your body away from the wall, and your shoulder blades will move away from each other and away from the spine. Now, we're not bending the elbow and just doing a push-up. We're not curving the back or sticking the head way back or way forward. The spine and head are staying nice and stacked. The arms are staying straight. And our shoulder blades are just staying where they are, and the torso is sliding forward or back underneath them. So I'm just going to try and give you an idea of this with my little skeleton model here. So the blade's going to be moving towards the spine and away from the spine, kind of wrapping around the back and then towards the front of the rib cage. So if I use a little shoulder blade bone here and a yoga bolster, and we pretend that this seam down the middle is your spinal column, this is what the shoulder blade will be doing. It's going to be moving forward when you're pushing away from the wall, and it's going to move back towards the spine when you're moving your torso closer to the wall. So that is the relationship between the back and the shoulder blade. I'm going to get onto all fours. You don't have to do this, but I just thought it might be a different way for you to see how my body is sinking down towards the floor in a way, rather than my head and my spine moving, my hips moving, and my elbows moving. How my body lowers and rises as my shoulder blades move along my rib cage. So just keep in mind that this movement is a very tricky one, and it might be really much more beneficial for you to do this in person with myself or someone with training like mine. But I just wanted to put the bug in your ear that your shoulder blades, you can control their movement.